Hello, everyone, and good morning. Welcome. If you're joining for another episode of Reading Through the Bible, where we are taking it from Genesis to Revelation. And currently we are in 2 Samuel chapter 19. So as we're reading, David is going through it. David is definitely going through it as king. And there was a commandment given not to touch his son Absalom, even though Absalom he had his sights on David to kill him. And servants of his killed him anyways. And so David, of course, in mourning, is being threatened against mourning. They said, "You dare not mourn your son Absalom. You better respect those who saved your life. You need to be blessing us for doing this thing." And so David, once again, he's going through it. So we're going to continue to read. David is going to return to Jerusalem today. So if you're following along, we are in 2 Samuel chapter 19, verse 9. And so it reads, "And the people were at strife throughout all the tribes of Israel, saying, 'The king saved us out of the hand of our enemies, and he delivered us out of the hands of the Philistines, and now he has fled out of the land for Absalom. And Absalom, whom we anointed over us, is dead in battle. Now wherefore, why speak ye not a word of bringing the king back?' And King David sent to Zadok and Abiathar the priest, saying, 'Speak unto the elders of Judah, saying, Why are you the last to bring the king back to his house, seeing the speech of Israel is come to the king, even to his house? Ye are my brethren, ye are my bones and my flesh. Wherefore then are ye the last in to bring back the king? And say ye to Amasa, Art thou not of my bone and of my flesh? God do so to me, and more also, if thou be not captain over the hosts before me continually in the room of Joab.' And he bowed the heart of all the men of Judah, even as the heart of one man, so that they sent this word unto the king, Return thou and all thy servants. And the king returned and came to Jordan, and Judah came to Gilgad to go to meet the king, to conduct the king over Jordan. And Shimei the son of Gera, a Benjaminite, which was of Bahurim, hasted and came down with the men of Judah to meet King David. And there were 1,000 men of Benjamin with him, and Ziba the servant of the house of Saul, and his 15 sons, and his 20 servants with him, and they went over Jordan before the king. There went over a ferry boat to carry over the king's household, and to do so what he thought was good. And Shimei the son of Gera fell down before the king as he was come over Jordan, and said unto the king, Let my lord impute iniquity unto me, neither do thou remember that which thy servant did perversely the day that my lord the king went out of Jerusalem, that the king should take it to heart. For thy servant doth know that I have sinned. Therefore, behold, I am come the first this day of the house of all of Joseph to go down and meet my lord the king. But Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, answered and said, Shall not Shimei be put to death for this, because he cursed the Lord's anointed? And David said, What have I to do with you, ye sons of Zeruiah, that ye should this day be adversaries unto me? Shall there any man be put to death this day in Israel? For do not I know that I am this day king over Israel? Therefore the king said unto Shimei, Thou shalt not die. And the king sware unto him. And Mephibosheth, the son of Saul, came down to meet the king, and had neither dressed his feet, nor trimmed his beard, nor washed his clothes, from the day the king departed unto the day he came again in peace. And it came to pass, when he was come to Jerusalem to meet the king, that the king said unto him, Wherefore wentest thou not down with me, Mephibosheth? And he answered, My lord, O king, my servant deceived me. For thy servant said, I will saddle me an ass, that I may ride thereon and go to the king, because thy servant is lame. And he has slandered thy servant unto my lord the king. But my lord the king is an angel of God. Do therefore what is good in thine eyes. For all of my father's house were but dead men before my lord the king. Yet didst thou set thy servant among them that did eat at thine own table. What right therefore have I yet to cry any more unto the king? And the king said unto him, Why speakest thou any more of thy matters? I have said, Thou and Ziba divide the land. And Mephibosheth said unto the king, Yea, let him take all, for as much as my lord the king is come again in peace unto his own house. And Barzillai the Gileadite came down from Rogolim and went over Jordan with the king to conduct him over Jordan. Now Barzillai was a very aged man, even 80 old, and he had provided the king sustenance while he lay at Mahanaim, for he was a very great man. And the king said unto Barzillai, Come thou over with me, and I will feed thee with me in Jerusalem. And Barzillai said unto the king, How long have I to live, that I should go up with thee, king, unto Jerusalem? I am this day 80 old, and can discern between good and evil. Can thy servant taste what I eat or what I drink? Can I hear any more the voice of singing men and singing women? Wherefore then should thy servant be yet a burden unto my lord the king? Thy servant will go a little way over the Jordan with the king, and why should the king recompense me with such a reward? Let thy servant, I pray thee, turn back again, that I may die in my own city, and be buried by the grave of my father and with my mother. But behold thy servant Shimham. Let him go over with my lord the king, and do to him what seems good unto thee. And the king answered, Shimham shall go over with me, and I will do to him that which seems good unto thee. And whatsoever thou shalt require of me, that will I do for thee. And all the people went over to Jordan, and when the king was come over, the king kissed Barzillai and blessed him, and he returned into his own place. Then the king went on to Gilgad, and Shimham went on with him, and all the people of Judah conducted the king, and also half the people of Israel. And behold, all the men of Israel came to the king and said unto the king, Why have our brethren, the men of Judah, stolen thee away, and have brought the king and his household and all of David's men with him over Jordan? And all the men of Judah answered the men of Israel, Because the king is near the kin to us. Wherefore then be ye angry for this matter? Have we eaten at all the king's cost, or have he given us any gift? And the men of Israel answered the men of Judah and said, We have 10 parts in the king, and we have also more right in David than ye. Why then did ye despise us, that our advice should not be the first, had in bringing back our king? And the words of the men of Judah were fiercer than the words of the men of Israel. And there happened to be there a man of Belial, whose name was Sheba, the son of Bichri, a Benjaminite, and he blew a trumpet and said, We have no part in David, neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. Every man to his tents, O Israel. So every man of Israel went up from after David and followed Sheba, the son of Bichri. But the men of Judah clave unto their king for Jordan, even to Jerusalem. And David came to his house at Jerusalem, and the king took the 10 women, his concubines, whom he had left to keep the house, and put them in the ward, and fed them, but went not in unto them. So they were shut up unto the day of their death, living in widowhood. Then said the king to Amasa, Assemble me the men of Judah within 3 days, and be there present. So Amasa went to assemble the men of Judah, but he tarried longer than the set time which he had been appointed. And David said to Abishai, Now shall Sheba the son of Bichri do us more harm than did Absalom. Take thou thy servants and pursue after him, lest he get him fenced cities and escape us. And there went out after him Joab's men, and the Sherethites and the Pethrothites and all the mighty men, and they went out of Jerusalem to pursue after Sheba, the son of Bichri. When they were at a great stone which was in Gibeah, Amasa went before them. And Joab's garment that he had put on him was girded unto him, and upon it was a girdle with a sword fastened unto his loins in the sheath thereof. And as it went forth, it fell out. And Joab said to Amasa, Art thou in health, my brother? And Joab took Amasa by the beard with the right hand to kiss him. But Amasa took no heed to the sword that was in Joab's hand. So he smote him therewith in the fifth rib, and shut out his bowels to the ground, and strake him not again, and he died. So Joab and Abishai his brother pursued after Sheba the son of Bichri. And one of Joab's men stood by him and said, He that favored Joab and he that is for David, let him go after Joab. And Amasa wallowed in blood in the midst of the highway. And when the man saw that all the people stood still, he removed Amasa out of the highway into the field and cast cloth upon him when he saw that every one that came by stood still. When he was removed out of the highway, all the people went after Joab to pursue after Sheba the son of Bichri. And he went through all the tribes of Israel unto Abel and to Beth-makkah and all the Berites, and they were gathered together and went after him also. And they came and besieged him in Abel and of Beth-makkah, and they cast up a bank against the city, and it stood in the trench. And all the people that were with him, Joab battered the wall to throw it down. Then cried a wise woman out of the city, Hear, hear, say I pray you unto Joab, Come nither here, that I may speak with thee. And when he was come near unto her, the woman said, Art thou Joab? And he answered, I am he. Then she said unto him, Hear the words of thine handmaid. And he answered, I do hear. Then she spake, saying, They were wont in old times, saying, They shall surely ask counsel of Abel. And so they ended the matter. And I am one of them that are peaceable and faithful in Israel. Thou seekest to destroy a city and a mother in Israel. Why wilt thou swallow up the inheritance of the Lord? And Joab answered and said, Far be it from me that I should swallow up and destroy. The matter is not so, but a man of the mount of Ephraim, Sheba, the son of Bichri, by name, has lifted up his hand against the king, even against David. Deliver him only, and I will depart from the city. And the woman said unto Joab, Behold, his head shall be thrown to thee over the wall. Then the woman went unto all the people in her wisdom, and they cut off the head of Sheba, the son of Bichri, and cast it out to Joab. And he blew a trumpet, and they retired from the city, every man to his tent. And Joab returned to Jerusalem unto the king. Now Joab was over all the host of Israel, and Benaniah, the son of Joadiah, was over the Shethralites and over the Pethelites. And Adoram was over the tribute. And Jehoshaphat, the son of Ahulad, was recorder. And Sheva was scribe, and Zadok and Abiathar were the priest. And Ira also, the Jerite, was a chief ruler about David. Okay, I think we can get to this one. Then was there a famine in the days of David 3 days, year after year. And David inquired of the Lord, and the Lord answered, It is for Saul and for his bloody house, because he slew the Gibeonites. And the king called the Gibeonites and said unto them, Now the Gibeonites were not of the children of Israel, but of the remnant of the Amorites. And the children of Israel had sworn unto them. And Saul sought to slay them in his zeal to the children of Israel and Judah. Wherefore David said unto them, the Gibeonites, What shall I do for you? And wherewith shall I make atonement, that ye may bless the inheritance of the Lord? And the Gibeonites said unto him, We will have no silver nor gold of Saul, nor of his house, neither for us shalt thou kill any man in Israel. And he said, What you shall say, that I will do for you. And they answered the king, The man that consumed us and that devised against us that we should destroy from remaining in any of the coast of Israel, let 7 men of his sons be delivered unto us, and we will hang them up unto the Lord in Gibeah of Saul, whom the Lord did choose. And the king said, I will give them. But the king spared Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, the son of Saul, because of the Lord's oath that was between them, because between David and Jonathan, the son of Saul. But the king took the two sons of Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, whom she bare unto Saul, Armani and Mephibosheth, and the 5 sons of Michal, the daughter of Saul, whom she brought up from Adriel, the son of Barzillai, the Metholathite. And he delivered them into the hands of the Gibeonites, and they hanged them in the hill before the Lord. And they fell all the 7 together, and were put to death in the days of the harvest, in the first days in the beginning of the barley harvest. And Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, took sackcloth and spread it for her upon the rock for the beginning of the harvest until the water dropped unto them out of the heaven, and suffered neither the birds of the air to rest on them by the day, nor the beasts of the field by night. And it was told David what Rizpah, the daughter of Aiah, the concubine of Saul, had done. And David went and took the bones of Saul and the bones of Jonathan his son from the men of Jabesh Gilead, which had stolen them from the street of Bethshan, where the Philistines had hanged them when the Philistines had slain Saul in Gilboa. And he brought up from there the bones of Saul and the bones of Jonathan his son, and they gathered the bones of them that were hanged. And the bones of Saul and Jonathan his son buried they in the country of Benjamin and Zelah, in the sepulchre of Kish his father. And they performed all that the king commanded, and after that God was entreated for the land. Moreover, the Philistines had yet war again with Israel, and David went down and his servants with him, and fought against the Philistines, and David waxed faint. And Ishbenob, which was of the sons of the giant, the weight of whose spear weighed 300 shekels of brass in weight, he being girded with a new sword, thought to have slain David. But Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, secured him and smote the Philistine and killed him. Then the men of David sware unto him, saying, Thou shalt go no more out with us to battle, that thou quench not the light of Israel. And it came to pass after this that there was again a battle with the Philistines at Gob. Then Sibbeshai the Huthathite slew Saph, which was the sons of the giant. And there was again a great battle in Gob with the Philistines, where Elhanan, the son of Jarirogam, a Bethlethite, slew the brother of Goliath the Gittite. The staff of the spear was like a weaver's beam. And there was yet a battle in Gath And there was yet a battle in Gath where was a man of great stature, and had on every hand 6 fingers, and on every foot 6 toes, 24 in number, and he also was born to the giant. And when he had defiled Israel, Jonathan the son of Shemiah, the brother of David, slew him. These 4 were born to the giant in Gath, and fell by the hand of David and by the hand of his servants. All right. Okay. That brings us to 2 Samuel chapter 22, and we will start there again tomorrow. All right. So you guys have a good rest of your day, and we will continue on with our reading then. All right. Bye for now.